That's a comedy. One of the many similarities between comedy and drug addiction is you find yourself in these patterns, and then you're like, why isn't it making me feel the way this? I've done this joke 60 times. We're just two chill dudes.
Two chill dudes.
Two chill dudes.
Do you ever feel like your head is lopsided?
Yeah.
Like I wear hats all the time, and then I look in the mirror, and it's like this, but it feels perfectly straight on my head.
Our heads probably are lopsided.
Well, I know, like, I can feel like a lump.
Don't talk about the lump. Don't talk about the lump. I hate the lump. I hate that we have a lump there.
Yeah.
It's one of my top 10 phobias.
I thought
being reminded about the lump. The fucking bone lump at the back. Oh, it grosses me out. I don't like it.
Something the size of a quarter holds your head onto your body, and then right next to it.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like that I can feel it. Ooh, no, you triggered me there.
Sorry.
I don't know if I ever told you about my bone lump phobia.
Bone lump.
Bone lump. Can I try that?
Yeah.
Woo. Oh man, what kind of pedal is this?
It's an Echo Brain.
Echo Brain.
Echo Brain. It feels so. I am the great and powerful Oz. We are freaking the dog out here. We got feedback.
Daisy.
Rob the bank.
Rob the bank.
Bring us all the money.
You love crime.
Crack cocaine is a normal thing to do, Debbie. Go back to sleep. Me and Dale were just wrestling. This could be useful in a marital argument.
What was the... God damn it. The Price Master? Is that what it is?
That's what this
$40,000. God, that makes me feel so powerful.
The Price Master's so awesome.
We love you, Price Master.
Costco, we love you. Hey, I'm alive again. I was dying last episode. I feel so bad. I feel bad that was happening during your conspiracy episode.
Daisy, come here.
Madness going on here.
It's okay.
We put the dog.
It's not her fault.
It's not your fault, Daisy.
It's Stand-Up Saturday.
It's Stand-Up Saturday.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It's where we watch stand-up sets of us.
Yeah.
Of ourselves. Hey, these are some of our most successful episodes.
Yeah.
Other than like the start where everyone watches them.
Yeah.
And then they slowly realize that they're wasting their time. These are these stand-up ones.
Well, we're not doing it for them.
No, we're doing it for the strangers.
Yeah, the strange.
This is a lesson. The strange. I was just telling a friend about this tonight. He was talking about his podcast. And he's like, oh, I keep meaning to catch up on yours, and I keep meaning to, I want to go all the way through this other guy's. Daisy, we got to stop that.
There you go.
He's like, I keep meaning to catch up on yours and go all the way through the other guys. And then I was like, well, don't feel, sorry if this offends you, Nick. Well, first of all, I did shame him a little bit. Because he said, I'm going to go all the way through the end of Jake's. And then I'm going to watch a couple of yours. And I was like, thanks, bro. But then I told him what I really feel. I had to point out the inconsistency. But then I told him what I really feel. And I said, bro, and by the way, if you're our friends and you're watching this, thank you. I said, we're not doing this for our friends.
Well, I mean,
if you're starting a podcast for your friends, like, you're out of your fucking mind. We're doing this for the strange.
And they can, we see them all the time. They come to the open mics.
Yeah.
They go, they go to each other's, we go to each other's shows.
I don't, dude. I listen to one podcast, and it's two Australian guys who talk about, ghost stories and shit. Mysterious Universe.
Yeah. You showed me that. It's a good one.
I listen to one podcast and I pay for it so that I have enough to listen all week. I'm not listening to other people's fucking podcasts. I might see your clips you put online.
Yeah.
If you tell me I should, okay, I might spend time. I'm not doing that. I don't even watch TV. So, like, I'm not going to expect you to watch mine.
Yeah.
We're putting this out here for the strange, weird people. Like, the you know, not the, you know, the people who are out there who don't know us. That's the point of comedy. I mean, this is the comedy episode. This is my theory. This is what I never understood. I never understood, like, bringer shows and shit where it's like, well, that person consistently has the same 20 people or 30 people from the office or their family or whatever. Like, some people are good at bringing their family and shit out.
Yeah, but they're not getting 20 new people to the shows every time.
Well, that's the thing.
That takes a lot of work.
Nobody's really getting that. If you're getting 20 new people, you're probably really getting like 100 new people. There's no such thing as a guy whose marketing attracts 10 new people a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a threshold between people who are performing for the art and for the admiration of the show booker and the club owner and their friends and family, and then there's a line where you have fans, which is what we're calling strangers. The goal of comedy or a podcast or any endeavor like this is to get strangers.
Yep.
The weird, you know,
I'm just trying to take
people you don't know.
Trying to take my experience walking down the trail online.
Well, hopefully the strangers are normal. They're not going to assault us. There's a guy.
Local legend.
Comes to the comedy club. Local legend, but he's made his legend fast.
Yeah.
Cartman. Most famous for ramming a shopping cart into cars outside the comedy club. Also famous for asking me one day to help him steal a tarp.
It's a big ass tarp.
It was a tarp that was covering an industrial size salt pile.
Yeah.
And he asked me, this is how homeless people are nowadays. He asked me, he said, hey, you help me get this in my bag? And I knew exactly what he was doing. And I was like, nah, I'm running late to work. And he went, okay. Dude, we don't even know each other's first name. You're asking me to steal
Commit a crime.
I bought a tarp last year. Small ass tarp, $50.
Yeah.
This is probably a $400 tarp.
Yeah, that.
You're asking me to commit a felony with you. By the time we talk about the damage done to the salt, you're asking a random guy on a nature trail to stop and commit a felony with you. And when I say, no, I'm sorry, bro, I'm late to work, you're like, America.
Yeah.
I had a guy once in Lawrence. He was asking for change. And I literally only had change. I had my debit card on me and I had some change in my pocket. And I gave him all the change in my pocket. I didn't have a single dollar bill. And I handed it to him. It was probably like 60 cents. And he went, welcome to America. It's like, bro, I did exactly. He was like, anything.
That's awful.
Anything.
Daisy, come here, Daisy.
You're going to get Daisy involved. This is a Daisy heavy episode.
Yeah, Daisy.
She's trying to soothe herself.
Yeah, she is trying to calm herself. I just know that crunching sound. But
Anyway, that was my weekly homeless person rant. Cartman's we're gonna be in a physical confrontation with him eventually. Not
I
us.
hit him with my bike on accident. I mean, he was like in a weird place on the building, and then he just walked down across the sidewalk right in front of me.
He gets confrontational.
And then
quickly.
I made like a boo noise, like really loud.
Yeah.
And he did not see me. I was just not in his world.
One time,
Daisy, you want a Zen? Tail starts wagging.
this whole week's a shit show. One time, I was walking home and you tweeted
part of the charm.
You tweeted me.
Oh yeah.
You tweeted me you made like an animal noise behind me, yes. And then I was like, oh, I'm being hunted. Because I could tell it was a person. And I was like, oh, that's a call. That's a call because I looked
Sorry, I
behind.
didn't mean to.
I was like, no, I don't care.
I just didn't.
I have very good flight or
bike.
fight reflexes.
Yeah, I knew I was like quiet. I wasn't like, making noise. I was like gliding up to you. I didn't want to get close to you, and then
Yeah.
you hit me with a bag of groceries or something.
Well, let's hawk two on this thing. I'm gonna do you first.
Widowy, hawk two on it.
You went. I'm gonna do you first because you did the assignment this week and I didn't.
Well,
I bitched out. Well, I bitched out and used the video from a show, but
well, that video was. I don't know. You.
All right, we're gonna. I chose a 4-minute segment. All right, so we're gonna do 3 new minutes of Nick doing stand-up, and I want to say again. I'm gonna say this at the end. If you want us to do you or your friends or a video you find on YouTube, we will react to anyone's stand-up. We're just doing ourselves. It's an exercise. 3, 2, 1, Nicholas Domini, go.
Let's do an eye, everyone. I like how he's like, I'm trying to get sober and smoke weed less. I'm gonna go to the place where they smoke the most weed in the entire world, across the street from a dispensary. One more time, let him hear. And please keep going. Your very own bartender. Make sure to give it up for Nick Domini. Let him hear.
How we doing, comedy club? Pretty good, pretty good. So I was thinking, I don't know. Someone was talking about the Second World War earlier. If you say internment camps, people get kind of uptight, right? That's a sore subject. But if you say unpaid intern, no one bats an eye. I don't know. Just something to think about. You're trying to work your way up the corporate ladder. Yeah, unfortunately, wage slavery is a new type of slavery, and it's very subversive. Guys, what if the clitoris finds you? Like, I don't know. I don't have a punchline. It's just either it's like waiting in your car after you get out of work and your back seat is like, bitch, and then, or it's like on a boombox outside your window and it's like a romantic. I don't know. I want to believe in true love. Oh man, I wrote these at the bar earlier. Forgot. Okay, this is my impression of David Goggins. You know David Goggins? This is David Goggins if he was Sisyphus.
Who pushed the rock?
For eternity. It would be that. Sorry for spitting on you. Oh man, what else? I didn't write a set list. How are you doing, man? You doing okay? You want to talk about it? What do you do for work?
I'm a chef.
Oh, fuck, me too, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 20 years, and you're looking at the results. Okay, here's something. This is gonna sound controversial, but after being a chef for 20 years, and maybe you can back me up on this, women belong in kitchens. And hear me out. The people I've worked with over the 20 years were people who smoked nutmeg and had like crushed pussy tattooed on their knuckles. And like, we need like a feminine touch in the kitchen. Please, like, save us from these animals. It's like some kind of gentle voice. I don't know. I've heard 14 slurs that they don't exist. They just like get said in kitchens. Like, am I wrong? Okay, these people are absolute animals. I think Max said he was gonna rub one. Oh, okay, there he is. Pee. He said he was gonna pee. Did I get the light? I need to get back to my job or I'm gonna get fucked. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. Why is this so tall? I love you guys. I want to get out of here. Thank you.
Hey, come on! He made you laugh. Make sure you fucking tip him. That's fucking a great guy right there. He needs money.
Nick, good set, buddy.
All new jokes. Did
Good
a little crowd
set.
work. That bit, the crowd work bit, I've like thought about doing as a joke. I just don't. I don't know
What was the
why.
crowd work bit?
I asked that guy what he did for work, and he said he was a chef.
Yeah, but Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. David Goggins as Sisyphus. That's so
I
you.
spit all over those people in the front.
Your range was incredible. You had a lot
thank
of
you.
energy, a good range. I will say one thing about the crowd work. This isn't a critique at all. I was surprised when you looked toward that side of the stage and you didn't talk to Space Bear Woman. I'm sure everyone who just watched that video is aware of Space Bear Woman down in the
That's a
lower
man.
left-hand corner. That's a man?
That is a man.
Space Bear Man.
Space Bear Man.
You picked, you had
Native Space Bear Man.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You had 13 people in this video. That's just the people in the video who are like within view to ask what the deal is with their life, and I'm so disappointed in you for not choosing Space Bear Man.
I will say, he was hanging out with a guy that was like just as weird, and like Space Bear guy came up and he buys stuff at the bar, but he never has any money. Which makes me feel bad. Like he didn't even have soda money.
Can we take that away from her just for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, just for a minute.
Baby,
I just want to say
come here, baby.
this, but I do want to emphasize while you're off camera, this is not an indictment of what you did.
Good girl.
There is no wrong or right person to choose in crowd work.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed as a person watching this video.
He'll be
that
back.
the entire time you're talking, there's Space Bear Man here, and
He was literally with a guy who was wearing a quilt as a jacket, like one of those.
I'm just saying, as a safe crowd work bet. Well, again,
the reason I chose this guy is because he came up to the bar and ordered a beer, and he was very like genuine and kind of just melancholy, like sad for no reason. And that was interesting to me. The other guy was like obviously manic Space Bear Man. I just didn't couldn't match that energy.
Again, this is not a comedy critique.
Yeah.
You chose the guy who tickled your fancy and produced a bit. I just am personally sad that I didn't get to learn the backstory of Space Bear Man.
The Space Bear Man will be back to the open mic. You will see him again.
Maybe I'll go ahead and crowd work him up.
Yeah.
It'll be a total waste of time. Because if you know anything about crowd work, you don't want to choose somebody who's trying to be the show.
That's exactly who
I get
that
it.
is.
I get it.
That's exactly
I
it.
totally get it.
This guy was just there to enjoy comedy.
Yeah.
And so I knew he would just like give an honest response.
You made the right choice.
Well-
I just want to know what this dude's deal is right now.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Nick. So, at first I had made a note that with the chef's thing, I was like, oh, you could talk about things you did in common. And you did. Here's the thing. Cross out the crowd work and the David Goggins. David Goggins is a one-liner impression, very funny. You have 3 good bits here. You have 3 solid bits. Internment camps and unpaid internships.
I was gonna lean into that a little more.
Unpaid labor.
But this guy in the front row is Japanese, I think.
Okay.
I got scared.
I got you.
I like looked down as I was saying internment camp, and like there was an Asian man right in the front row.
That's fine.
And I got
Yeah,
scared.
you bitched out.
Huge
You
pussy.
should have pointed out and been like, you know what I'm talking about. I know
He was cool though. He was cool about it. Like he laughed at the bit, but like
but that's
I got personally,
That's
huge
a-
pussy award this week.
I have oddly enough few notes because internment camp, unpaid internships. There's something there.
That's as far as I've got.
Really,
with it.
what you got to do is like an unpaid labor intern joke.
Yeah.
The times we work for free, and then this is how punchlines often become bits that are backwards. So like.
Yeah.
You figured out a connection in internment camp and unpaid internship, which is like a very good punchline. But really, like, you can't. There's probably not a lot you can say about internment camps, personally. Right?
No.
But you can talk a lot about like unpaid labor, unfair wages, interns, and then you have this awesome punchline in your back pocket about internment games.
It would be like...
So don't put the cart before the horse and let that one punchline drive your joke here. Build on it with the unpaid internships and stuff, and you always have this great punchline about internment camps. Clitoris finds you. I actually feel the exact same way. Clitoris finds you is hilarious. But at one point you said, I want to believe in real love. Or I'm waiting for real love or whatever. Clitoris finds you is a great punchline to put in a larger bit or chunk about looking for love. Like you're like, I'm looking for real love, like where are the women at? Like why it's always I gotta find the clitoris, why can't the clitoris ever find you? That was hilarious, the shit you did with the stereo outside your window. Women belong in the kitchen. Another example. You probably have infinite material from being a cook for so long.
Yeah.
And that's such a relatable job for so many people that no matter how long you do comedy, even if in the next 6 months you go comedy full time and you never work in a kitchen again, you will be able to talk about your line cook experience for decades.
Yeah. True.
And the women belong in the kitchen thing will be with you for the rest of your life. And it's even funnier. Again, this is another cart before the horse type thing. And again, nothing I'm saying this week is a criticism. This was a great set. The women belong in the kitchen is even funnier if you're telling stories about how fucked up people are and like different things you experienced, and you make bits about different things you've experienced in kitchens, and then you just whip out like, and that's why I believe women belong in kitchens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have 0 notes this week. My only note is like, you can build on all these. I think it's great. And even to the point where I think the strongest ones are the kitchen one and the clitoris. Point where those become punchlines in a larger story. How do you feel about this?
I didn't have anything written. I just had literally those lines in my head. Women belong in kitchens. I've done that bit before where I described working in kitchens and like the types of people, and then I used that as a punchline in a room that was almost 80% or more women, and it got a good response then.
I think makes sense.
And
women understand like greasy. They understand like they fucked up dude
They've all
world.
fucked a line cook just for fun because it's like.
Well, the women are the ones that want to like fix people.
Yes.
So when you say line cook, they're like, I want to fix you.
Yeah.
Are there line cook groupies?
Yep. Yep.
I just I've seen this a lot doing comedy for as long as I have. And you've done comedy for just as long.
Not in the same way, but
people, and I'm not a victim. I'm a perpetrator of this. When you have a set like minute or two that works, and sometimes even like a 1 to 3 liner, it's very easy if it always works or it works 90% of the time to never tear it apart. Mm-hmm. To never rip it up and do the real work to fucking... And I'm trying to break that in myself.
We've talked about this before. I'm definitely guilty of that.
Everybody is. You go to any open mic, go there for a month. Watch everybody.
Yeah.
Take note of what you see. People find shit that works and they just like...
Yeah.
And it's not a sin. It's not, I mean, we do this thing, Kill Tony, I think is probably a negative influence on this type of thing, but like, we do this thing where every week we're doing different material or whatever, but like, this is kind of more of a bit. We haven't really done different material every week. This is kind of just a bit for content, but it's like, it's not a sin to build a set. That's really the end game, is to build a set, build an hour, get that out there, start on the next one. It's not a sin to have a set, but what is, in my opinion, a sin is to treat individual jokes as like unbreakdownable, unreformable.
Yeah,
as if they're
like
perfectly
scripture.
formed, like scripture. Like you cannot say it a different way. You cannot. I think that is a big hindrance to the ultimate goal of building a set, is to treat certain chunks as set in stone.
I saw someone on Thursday who I really like, and they're almost always trying new material. For whatever reason, they showed up and they were doing jokes that I had seen them start telling a year ago, and then saw them get to that point where they like became scripture, and then they came, tried new stuff, and then for whatever reason, just on Thursday, they're just, I need an underhanded pitch for this one, and just
We all do it.
Yeah,
Everyone does it.
So
I'm not saying this because I'm better than anyone else.
not a
I do
critique, but it's just something.
I do it.
It made me feel like less. I was like, it's okay if I do it,
Yeah.
Like there's no reason to.
Sometimes
it's good to be aware of
Sometimes
it.
you're getting up to do it. Yeah, but you should be aware.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like, to get on a little soapbox, but again, this is from personal experience and witnessing things, I feel like I've had so many friends come to me and say, I don't get it. This joke has worked every time for the last 6 months. And the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been doing all these shows and it's just not hitting. And I'm telling it the same way, and I'm going through all the motions, and I'm saying the exact words, and it's just not hitting. And if you look inside yourself, I tell everyone this, the reason it's not hitting is because comedy is vocal communication, but most of vocal communication is nonverbal.
Right.
It's nonverbal, and it's
You're
also
going through the motion.
They know you're
sense.
going through the fucking motions.
They can sense it, whether they
Yes.
are conscious of it or not. Yeah. I know exactly
It's
what you mean.
subconscious, and I tell people this. I'm like, you need to either stop telling that for a while, or you need to rewrite it, or add enough new material that when you tell it, it feels new to you for the first time. And yeah, the audience can feel you're going through the motions. You're not performing anymore. You're like reciting.
Like you can make a grilled cheese and it's just a fucking grilled cheese. It's on Wonder Bread. You toast the bread and it's 2 slices of American cheese. That's a delicious sandwich. But if you're like, you can do it with, it comes through. It's the same.
No, I
thing.
get it.
Yeah.
It's like the same. It's kind of like when they say like your mom's food's always the best.
Right.
And there really have been studies where people find that like when something's made or done with love,
Yeah.
it actually tastes better.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So that's a comedy. One of the many similarities between comedy and drug addiction is you find yourself in these patterns, and then you're like, why isn't it making me feel the way this? I've done this joke 60 times and it's always worked, and it gave me the same dopamine, and now it's not doing it. And it's like, what? You gotta change up your shit. All right.
Yeah.
We're most of the way through the episode.
Well.
Hold on. Cough button. I discovered I have a cough button. Wait, how do I make it
I think you just push it once.
Oh. Well, I'll just take a sip.
Yeah, it'll show up there. You can see.
Hello. Hello. Hey.
There.
Hello. Oh, there it is. Okay. That was a test. All right, I don't want to drag this out too much.
What if you push the cough button? I just fucking ripped ass right.
I'm going to show a clip. This isn't new material. It's new. This is me at a John Sheezer show, the Thanksgiving show.
This was a fun show.
It was a fun show. It was stacked. This is just me and Nick went out before the show. We ate dinner at IKEA, which was amazing.
It was an experience.
This is just a segment from like a 15, 16-minute set. But we went to Retail Rebel. Well, I'll just play the video, but this is more of a happening and less of a set, since we're reaching We've talked enough about stand-up. 1, 2, 3. Dennis, go.
I promised you mystery gifts. I think we're about halfway through the set. So I bought this at the Viva Mart. I bought this at Retail Rebel. It is a mystery flag. Anybody here ever been to Retail Rebel? Yeah. It is the most post-apocalyptic shopping experience. It's just a bunch of dirty people digging through bins. So we're going to take guesses. I got this flag. I don't know what it is. The last time I bought a mystery flag at Retail Rebel, it was a picture of a fish, and it said, what's Bass Pro? It said, yo, that's my ass, bro, stop. All right, so this is side number 1. It looks like an American flag, right? I do want to tell you there is like an eagle with flames behind it. Here's the other side. What's that? Jeff Goldblum? Anybody know who this is?
Pauly D.
Pauly D? Okay. All right, well, we're going to find out. Place your bets now. The winner will get a handful of 30 change. Gronk, okay? Here we go. RFK, maybe that's a good name, that one. He's wearing sunglasses, though. Okay.
I'll pick this up later.
Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Alright, it's a Trump assassination flag. Oh, is it backwards? There you go. Fight! I always wanted to do that. It was cool. No, he's there. Okay. Oh, great. I'm glad this is what everyone's... Yeah, I'm glad that this is what's going to be on Facebook. Here, I'm going to put it where it belongs with Jesus. Flip it! Oh, flip it? What does that mean? Nick, I'm taking this home. I'm putting it in my bedroom. My bedroom, just a bed on the floor and a Trump assassination flag. Right next to the master bath. John, you were talking about the conspiracy theory. Anybody here conspiracy theorists? Woo! What's your favorite?
That Bush did 9/11. Classic.
Bush did 9/11. That's a good one. Who here thinks Bush did 9/11?
Yes.
Not show. Yes. Here. Who here thinks that, here's more money, thanks. So laughing. Any good conspiracy theories though, like Mothman and shit? Nobody? Alright.
Aliens.
Just the psycho ones. Aliens! I believe in aliens. I thought I saw a UFO last night. This is my roommate, he confirmed it. I went, what the fuck was that? We were out back, this is how much of a fucking piece of shit redneck I was out back, I went, what the fuck is that? He goes, what is that? I said, it's a triangle. I was 100% serious. I was like, I just saw it, and then I whipped out my phone, and then I saw another one. I went, holy shit. And then we heard a helicopter, where I was like, the helicopter's going to get the aliens. And then the third one came by, and he goes, oh, bro, and he was like, describe it to me. And I was like, it was a V shape, and it was gray, and it was going south. And then the third one came by, geese. It was geese. But I was so hyped. Dude, he's never seen a light like that in my eyes. I was so hyped that I saw aliens. And he goes, they're migrating south. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. But what's sad is that in my own mind, I have such an ego that like I was like, they're trying to send me a message. Because we were talking about time travel when the geese came by.
All right, well, that's the segment I chose. I just wanted to play the fight, wrench out. Something from that. Any notes on bringing a Trump flag to every set I do from now until the end of time?
I will say
not really material.
You will find the strangers if you do that.
We'll find the strangers. I was like putting the coat I wear has a shit ton of I have like $50 of change in my coat. And I was just handing these audience members change to keep them engaged. Not material. The geese thing was a real thing that happened last week. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. Not material, but I wanted to contribute.
Yeah. You had like other good stuff from the set. That was a good set.
I chose that. I like to add a little chaos. I like a good chaotic bar show now and then.
Yeah.
Every show can't be chaotic, but when you're at a bar and people don't want to be there,
Right.
it's fun to just play into the chaos sometimes.
Yeah.
There's nothing sadder than standing there trying to do written jokes.
I think, well, I will say my note is you managed that chaos well. Like,
Thanks.
better than other people, because other people did try to go up and just do jokes to a room of people who was like, maybe they were there or not to see the show.
But that's admirable too.
Yes.
I just selfishly like to engage in the shit takery, whatever.
But like I don't know, you matched the energy, and you got like that couple in the front. They were responsive. The guy was laughing at your change bit the whole time.
That poor guy.
Yeah, he was on a nice date. He was just trying to get laid.
I felt like they were along there. I don't know. We did it. We fulfilled our contractual obligations.
Done it again.
We've done it again.
We get to stay on the air.
Nick, you win this week, buddy.
Oh.
I love I love all three of those bits.
Well, yeah, they got some legs.
His legs to him.
Like I said, I did not write anything. I really just...
Yeah, but what you did write was those big punchline ideas.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
any
that's all I
final
got.
thoughts?
No.
All right. Spay and neuter your pets.
Like, subscribe, follow, comment.
Subscribe.
Send us a link. Find us on Instagram at MKUsual.
We're going to start sharing. This is how desperate we are. We're going to start sharing clips on Instagram.
We're
To
trying.
find strange.
Yeah, we've been writing. We've been following around people doing street interviews, trying to go find. Only 2 restraining orders so far.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. We love you.
Bye.